We would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight at Petach's Queens Community Awareness event. Petach has proudly entered its 35th year providing a yeshiva education to elementary and high school age children with learning differences. To ensure that these children do not feel isolated, Petach's program works within a mainstream yeshiva environment. Petach is a national organization that has programs throughout the New York metropolitan area, as well as affiliate programs in the United States, Canada, and in Israel. More than a quarter of the children in our New York Petach programs live in the Queens community. We would like to thank Dr. Pelcovitz for coming tonight and sharing his wisdom and insights on our children's chinuch. Tonight's event would not have been possible without the generous support of our sponsors from across the Queens community. We would like to take this opportunity to thank Yitzi and Irene Laub, Ellie and Ched Varo, Ilan and Nomi Jaffa, as well as those who have contributed anonymously. We would like to thank the Young Israel for giving us the use of their hall. The refreshments tonight have been graciously donated by our local one-stop supermarket, Aaron's Casina Farms. A significant part of finding the proper educational solutions for our children is a clear line of communication between the educational institutions, the Rabbanim, and the various Jewish services. As we work to coordinate this event, this achdus was clearly evident. We are happy to partner tonight with the following institutions: Beis Yaakov Academy, Benos Malka Academy, Yeshiva Education for Special Students, Yeshiva Har Torah, Yeshiva Ketana of Queens, Yeshiva Tiferes Moshe, Yeshiva of Central Queens, the Vad HaRabbanim of Queens, Chazak, and JBFCS Pride of Judea. We would also like to thank all those in the Queens community who have volunteered their precious time and energy over the last few weeks to ensure this event would be a success. The Moreh D'Asra, Rabbi Fabian Schoenfeld, has been a staunch supporter of Petach since its inception 35 years ago, and was excited to have the opportunity to express his support. However, due to personal circumstances, the Rav is not able to join us tonight. In his place, we are honored to have his son, Rabbi Yoel Schoenfeld, who is the assistant rabbi of the Young Israel of Kew Garden Hills, as well as the president of the Vad HaRabbanim of Queens, to give divrei bracha. Rabbi Schoenfeld.
Thank you very much. Very often when you hear divrei bracha, that means you're in for a speech. That is not going to be the situation this evening. I'm very flattered everybody came here to hear me, but I think a few of you came here to hear Dr. Pelcovitz as well. Before we get on with the proceedings for the evening, I'd just like to make a little important announcement about, I guess, a related event that will be in our shul as well on a week from tomorrow, that's Sunday, January 2nd, and it's called Keeping Kids Safe from Inappropriate Behavior at School and in the Neighborhood. Prevention, Awareness, and Action Strategies for Parents, Teachers, and Rabbanim. And as the title implies rather delicately, we have a strong need in every community to keep our kids protected from various types of predators, yes, even in our own Orthodox community. And we'll be hearing at that time from Rabbanim, from psychological experts, legal experts, and the community response. So again, we stress and emphasize the importance of participating in this program, and that will be again in our shul Sunday, January 2nd, and the time will be at 7:30 p.m. There too, all the local community organizations are involved in the sponsorship. My relationship with Petach goes back to my days in Staten Island when I was a Rav there, and I had a number of young people in my shul who had difficulty sorting through the challenges of their life and certain limitations that they had, and they were only able to meet their challenges and indeed to get married and to lead successful lives due to the efforts of Petach. It's a wonderful organization, It's one of those organizations, no matter where you stand in your hashkafa, what stripe of the community you come from, it's one of those organizations that all of us have to feel the need to give moral and, if you can, financial support. And so we take the wonderful showing that we have here tonight as part of that support, part of the encouragement that we give this organization. Dr. Pelcovitz is no stranger, and if he was, obviously he wouldn't be here. And B'li and Hara, we haven't seen the shul this full since a number of years ago on Kol Nidre night. But it is a very distinct pleasure and an honor for me to introduce Dr. Pelcovitz. And because obviously you are well aware of his achievements, you're well aware of him as a professional, you're well aware of where he stands and how he's been helpful and insightful, and indeed a trailblazer when it comes to the issues of child raising today, and especially in these awful and difficult, sometimes impossible challenges that we find ourselves facing in this type of society that we have. And going, certainly Rabbi Dr. Pelcovitz has come to the limelight following the events of 9/11, where there it posed special challenges as parents and dealing with this psychologically. Dr. Pelcovitz has always been in the forefront, and he's been indeed a leader in this very issue of parenting and learning how to deal with the tumult and the turmoil that we are all faced with today. He is the son of a distinguished rabbi, some of us are, and he has co-authored a very important book together with his father, and his father, Shiarach Yom Zayin, Rabbi Ralph Pelcovitz, and Dr. Pelcovitz were here a number of years ago and spoke on the issues that they both raised from a halachic, rabbinic perspective and a psychological perspective. It was a treat and a special privilege to be able to hear them then. I do not have to give the background any further to Dr. Pelcovitz, the credentials. It's not necessary. We're here because we know what he has to offer. So it's a great privilege and honor, and it's my great pleasure then to call upon Dr. David Pelcovitz to address us this evening.